Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. I'm Mark, this is Spiguyver Backpacking, and I appreciate you coming out, checking out the video today. So what do I have for you today? Well, it is a review, a first look at this jacket that I'm wearing. And you may have seen this jacket in some of the other videos. I definitely was wearing it the last overnighter I did with the Haven XL. And it is a little bit different than most of the other jackets that I wear. I either wear usually like a down puffy or a pretty sleek jacket. This one's a little bit heavier. It's still kind of that neoprene, so it's definitely like water resistant. Water will shed off of it really well. It's also a little bit heavier, and there's a couple of reasons for that we will get into. So let's talk about what sets this thing apart, why this is so much different than the other jackets that I'm wearing. So let's go. All right, so this jacket is a little bit different. I don't know if you can see right now, but there's a blue light right there. If I press this, it goes green. If I press it again, it goes red, blue. So I'll put it on red. And so what that is this has a heating element in it. It actually has 5 heating elements in it that help keep me warm on these colder days. The neoprene's really nice. Today's a windy day. It's a really windy, really cold day. It's I think it's about 20 degrees. It may be a little below 20 degrees. With the wind chill, it's down right around 0. And the wind is whipping pretty good. So I'm hoping that that's not coming across the camera or the mic too bad. I'm trying to be in a sheltered area. So what is this? So this is a jacket that I got from Dewbu, which is heating apparel, or heated apparel, long-lasting, electric heat, and safety and innovation. Say hi to warmth. So this is a pretty cool jacket. They've got a few different ones that you can select from. I went for the soft touch or the soft stretch fabric. It's like a neoprene fabric. It's nice. It's got some Velcro closures so that you can really close up and cinch down on the wrist cuffs. It's got some pulls on both sides. It has pulls you can pull to cinch it up around the waist so no wind gets up underneath there. And then if I was to open this up, there is a little compartment right here that if I open up, you find the battery bank. So this is a, let's see, 5,000 milliamp hour battery bank. It's nice that it has a little display on here that tells me right now I've got 64% of my battery life left. It's got a USB-C input, and you can also use that USB-C to charge other devices if you need to. So it is a dual purpose item. So if you were out and your phone was dead, you could actually use a USB-C to whatever, lightning, mini USB, micro USB to charge your stuff. Then once you put it in there, you can zip this up. But it just plugs in to this jacket, and then you have the ability to select which heat level you have. Like I said, there's 3 different heat levels, and it comes with a nice little pamphlet here that tells you about it, and it talks about the 3 different heat levels. It shows the different areas that it warms, and so you've got one's in your arms, you've got one on each chest, and then you've got one on the back. Okay, so I grabbed the stats on this jacket, and so right now I'm in red. That is high. That's 140 degrees. Red LED, high, 140 degrees, and it'll run like this off of this battery bank that's in here for 4 hours. If you go to blue, it's 125 degrees. That's the medium setting, and it'll run for 6 hours. And if you touch it again, it goes to green, and that's 110 degrees. That's the low setting, and it'll run for 8 hours. Now, I have not tested how long it will actually run. I haven't been outside with this to the point where I needed 8 hours or 4 hours. But I will tell you, it's pretty nice. You can definitely feel the heat coming off of these. They do run a little bit large. So I usually wear a large. So I ordered a large. I do like to usually have some layers under here. Right now I've just got one thin shirt under here, so not a lot. I can definitely feel the warmth against me, but when you get layers, it may take a little bit longer for you to feel that warmth in there. I know that the last time I wore it, I was wearing more layers, and it took longer to actually feel that heat up. I did eventually feel it, and it was nice. Now, one thing that I have noticed is when I set it on high and I get red, occasionally after a little while of wearing it, it knocks itself down to blue, and I'm not exactly sure why. If I set it on high, I kind of want it on high, so I'm not sure why it changes. Now I will show you where I think this thing shines absolutely the best. Now if you have kids that have sporting events that are outdoor sports, if they're all season, especially if they're winter, then you've got, you know what it's like to go out and sit and watch those events. And it's kind of like if you're a hammock camper and you go out, you can stand next to your hammock, but once you get into that hammock and you lay down, if you don't have some sort of insulation there, you're going to get cold quickly because you compress the insulation and you get cold. The same with a game. You can stand on the sideline of a game and be just fine, but once you sit down, a lot of times you'll end up getting colder. And it's for the same reason. You're now pressing your back, compressing any insulation that's on your back. On your arms, you're pressing down, kind of compressing that insulation, and then the wind is able to blow behind you, make you a little bit colder. Now that's where this jacket really, really shines. Right here, and on the back, right where I'm sitting, like right where I'm leaned up against, the part that actually makes contact, those are where the heating elements actually are. And so sitting in the seats, you actually push the heating element closer to your skin, you push it up against you, and it's really nice. And then if you put your hands in here, while you can't feel any of the warmth in your pockets, I think that there may be some sort of a reflective material that reflects the heat back inside, so that when the heating elements are on, it's just concentrating into your body and not letting any of it escape out. You know, putting your hands in here, you compress those heating elements against your body as well, and that's really nice. These are nice, generous pockets here, really big. You've got two on this sleeve, one over here. You've got spots that you could put patches if you wanted to put patches. If you needed to, the bottom does unzip, so it's got two dual zippers, so you can go up and down. Makes it really, really useful. So if you had like bibs underneath here, you could unzip this to get to something in your bibs. Maybe you had a bib pocket right here that I don't know, you know, whatever you need that for, it's there in case you need it. Nice hood is actually really nice. You can zip this all the way up. It's got adjustments so that you can adjust the hood and really cinch it down. So overall, nice jacket. Quality is there. The one thing I do want to say is that I'm not sure about those temperature ratings. So right now, I've got it on red. It should be 140 degrees. I don't really have like a thermal gun to check it. The best I could do was try to get a meat thermometer and place it right against one of the elements. And so I had a meat thermometer up against the elements, and it was like 105 degrees, maybe 110 degrees. But I'm not sure, you know, how that works. I think that the meat thermometer needs it all the way around it, and these are like coils that kind of are in there in those zones. So it's really hard to say. I don't know that it's getting to 140 degrees. I mean, that would feel really hot against my skin. I've just got a thin shirt in there and pressed against me. I wouldn't say that it's like uncomfortably hot, where I think 140 degrees would be pretty damn warm. But it is nice. It is definitely better than just being out here just with my body heating this jacket up. This is, I mean, it's not a thick jacket, but it's also not a super thin jacket. But it doesn't have insulation to it, really. It is a neoprene type material. It's great for deflecting wind. It's great for shedding some of the elements. But as far as insulation goes, it's not really insulated, but it does have those heating elements to keep you warm. I think pairing this with more insulation is probably the right way to go. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions, any comments, leave them down below. I will see you guys down the trail.